Hey, Talent! Welcome to another unboxing here on Don'tForgetToTell.com. Today, I have a special unboxing, actually unboxings. We're going to be taking a look at two of Mezco's Wolverine figures from their 112 collection. So, I have here, known as the brown suit Wolverine. This came out about a month ago now. This is the standard release for Wolverine. It was actually preceded by the Tiger Stripe Wolverine, which is the more popular variant of the character. Looking at the old comics and the animated series, but for me, Wolverine was always that brown suit. It's why I read those comics back in the day. I had to have that Toy Biz 4-inch Wolverine toy with the pop-out claws and the removable mask. That was one of my most yearned for birthday presents, and I got it that year, and I was very happy. It's one of my favorite collectibles of all time. So that brown suit Wolverine holds a little nostalgia in my heart, and I love it. And I was really super excited to be able to get my hands on this figure without any real issues. Plenty of figures in stock. So just to kind of represent, we got one of my trades that pulled out was Wolverine by Chris Claremont and Frank Miller as well. So great book if you haven't read it. It's also the shirt I'm wearing, so that's I'm all decked out in full Wolverine gear. So that's one of the figures we'll be taking a look at today. The second one is Mezco's version of the Old Man Logan. So now this storyline was put out by Mark Millar with art by Steve McNiven. This is a story kind of at the time like an Elseworlds tale, but now it's been really just kind of woven into the current Marvel universe. So they have like an Old Man Logan in comic going right now. They're actually doing an Old Man Hawkeye from this universe, so I was kind of interested in that. But the character that really holds some importance to me is this look. And I had picked up the Marvel Legend version. That was great. That's really when Hasbro was getting on their game with this good sculpt and accessories and whatnot. So I like that figure. It's very comic accurate. This one as well, but from the classic storyline. So this is great. I'm really excited to open these up and take a look at what's inside, shall we? All right, so both figures come in the standard Mezco window box after, of course, you pull the slip cover off of both figures. I like this packaging. It's neat. It's now standardized. It's great. I mean, listen, I could complain about the fact that there's no art on the inside. It was very collector friendly, like super collector friendly at the beginning. I was kind of like, how do they keep this going? How do they actually, without putting the price up for this? So I'm willing to give a little when it comes to packaging, and I think they still do a wonderful job, especially the way they present it. So kudos to Mezco. Both figures look great when you open them up, and it's cool because you're looking right at it. And every figure, of course, has the underneath as well, so you get some more accessories, what goes with the base, to make more aerial shots, and some other stuff. So don't forget to look underneath. So the first figure we're going to take a look at is Brown Suit Wolverine. This figure comes packed with 6 interchangeable hands, an alternate head. So one head is a little gnarly, kind of snarling, and the other one's just calm, peaceful, whatever, getting ready to chop you up. Also included is the display base and the adjustable posing post, which is cool. Like I said, for aerial shots and action poses. And then you get the Muramasa blade and sheath, something that's very standardized with Wolverine when it comes to this look. So let's get into it, shall we? So, Wolverine and his gnarling badassness, schnickety schnick. This is a good figure. I feel like the height's right. And the bicycle shorts that people complained about, they don't look so bad. I think that Mezco does listen to their fans when it comes to the parts and the presentation of the figure, and I think they did a pretty good job with this one. Seams are nice. I guess people have some problems with the crotch. There's nothing wrong with this figure. It is badass. I almost missed out on this, and I was going to be really disappointed if I did. And here he is. And I'm not going to complain, and I'm not going to cry about it. But I love Wolverine as a character. He's always been one of my favorites, and to have this ultimate version of him in the brown suit, even with these turtle pad things, they're cool. I'm down with it. I love this figure, and I give it a 9 out of 10. Put Wolverine over here with his book Represent with his 3D art here. Then we get the alternate head, of course. And claw hands. Now what would Wolverine be without his claw hands? The other thing you get in here are some hands that are open, so you can do some open hand poses. But these are awesome. Definitely made of plastic, so be careful with that. I do kind of wish this was metal. With what they're doing with Iron Man coming up and Darkseid and all this like geniusness when it comes to breaking the mold of the standard action figure. It would have been nice to have these be metal, but I will live. So. Let's see if we get this out of here. There we go. Muramasa. Hey. So, Wolverine already has open hands. I'm gonna give him the sword for today's pose. The first pose of the day. Standing over his own head. There we go. Boys with their toys. Shift over there. So that's great. This mashup of soft goods and pleather and plastic is wonderful. I think that Mezco does an awesome job with what they're doing with the 112 collective line, and just keep it up, guys. I mean, there's nothing better than what I call a definitive action figure for my favorite guy here, Wolverine. All right, Wolverine fans. Next up is the Old Man Logan figure that just came out, just released in the last couple weeks here, and finally, one of the coolest versions of Logan ever. Has an awesome definitive action figure, kind of like I just said about the Brown Wolverine. But let's talk about it this way. I feel like the character is different because he's almost like he's an echo from the future, possible future. This is an awesome storyline. If you have not read it, it's not like the movie. The movie, is great. I love it. I had some, I wasn't too excited for it because I was at first, and I was a little speculative, and then you go and you watch like something that you didn't expect, and it's great. So if you haven't seen the movie, go see that. But this book right here is amazing, and one of the reasons why is because they weren't able to use all these characters that other movie studios own and whatnot. So they did their own thing, and this takes all these great characters, mashes it up into like a blender and spits it out into like this post-apocalyptic Mad Max almost, this world that is a very bleak future of the Marvel Universe, and it's a great read. So get on that, because now it's actual canon. So Old Man Logan, I'm gonna put his hat on because he looks cooler with his hat. There we go. Old Man Logan comes with hat. This is a great hat. Something that the Marvel Legend one didn't come with because he doesn't wear a hat in that, I guess. No. But the hat, cowboy look, I love it. Comes with Baby Hulk and backpack. So yeah, one of the accessories is a Baby Hulk. I don't want to reveal too much about that because it does have a lot to do with the storyline and spoilers, so I don't want to ruin that. So I won't tell you, but this accessory looks great. The face and the baby has a lot of good detail. Has a little pacifier in there, wrapped all swaddled up in a cool little thing, and then the baby fits in the backpack which you put on Logan, and then he treks across the barren United States. Don't want to give up too much, but yeah, get on that. Just like the last ones, I'm not saying go out and make them for this figure, but they're the same ones basically, so we're not getting metal yet. Maybe in the future. Won't say anything else about it. And the other two are kind of action posing hands. So, and of course you get the base with the awesome the adjustable posing post, which you can do all those great aerial shots with, which, it's fun with Wolverine, even in his old age. All right. But last but not least is a 112 trench coat. Oh yeah. So not only do we have a great figure coming with a cool trench coat here, but now we have a trench coat that will fit all of our 112 figures. So, for those of you that aren't, going out and buying them online or get custom or making your own, I wish I had sewing machine skills. I don't, but it's cool. So this is a nice accessory. It has a little, it has wire in it, so you can pose it and make it do what you want. That's cool. And it just gives the great cool cowboy motif that I love this look. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to put it on. And we'll do that. We'll see how this works. Now, always keep in mind, if you're going to start collecting Mezco figures, it's a little disclaimer about how to treat them. Remember that the body underneath is super articulated, and the clothing sometimes is not made to stretch the same way as the body does. So just keep that in mind when you're moving your clothes, your guys around, your clothes, and dressing them up, whatever. Just be careful, because that's when you get your rips. So let's get this trench coat. This dude is ready to carry a baby Hulk. So there we go. Cool figures. Excellent. I mean, over 30 points of articulation, seamless joints, just the way they hold the poses. It's why I upgrade to collector figures. From that $20, shouldn't be $20, but it is, price point to the more premium figures where you get them anywhere from $50 to $90. For this range. But I love Mezco. I think that they're really hitting their stride with this season's figures. So there's more to come. There's some great pre-orders out now, and if these aren't ones you want to sleep on, just remember this is the collector market. Aftermarket is not a friendly place where you're going to want to go take your I want it at retail, So these figures sell out, some more than others, but get on it when you can. And remember to check us out at don'tforgettowel.com. for your daily news, reviews, interviews, and more. We also have a great podcast called Towelite Talk. We do it weekly, and we just do geek news. We talk about toys in our Pursuit of Plastic segment, so that's great. We're also part of the Warlock Home Video Network, where you can check out great, I would say, videos devoted to the 80s and horror and all of that geekitude. So check out their antics over at Warlock Home Video Network. It's on YouTube. You can actually connect to it, click to it right off our front page, and don't forget to. So check us out on the social medias at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'd love to interact with you, so shoot us a message and say hello. But yeah, till next time, Towelites, this is Chris. Don't forget to towel.